Hi, my name is Mads, and I'm gonna tie a tube fly for you today. It's a pattern that my fishing friend Ronny has designed, and it's called the Scierra Zonker. It's a quite easy fly, but the most important part is the rabbit strips here. You can make it in different sizes. This is our Nordic and Scandinavian way of making mice flies, so you can say you have the same movement as you want in a articulated fly, but this is much easier. First of all, I'm gonna put some super glue at the end, just a little bit, and I'm gonna make a butt with this fluorescent chartreuse thread. This fly has really proven its worth over the last 12 seasons, and every year it catches a lot of trouts and a lot of big trouts. And what you want with this fly is to fish as close to the surface as possible. And even though I have a little bit of weight on, this is just so when the fly hits the bank on the other side, it fishes right away. And that's what you want with these flies. You want your fly to hit as close to the forest bank as possible. I'm gonna come in with a black uni thread, making a bit of a thread base. Gonna tie this off. And I'm gonna come in with a rib, and it has to be small or medium, because you have to put a lot of pressure on this to hold the hackle that we're gonna make as a body hackle. Like this. And then some flat braid. This is a pearl flat braid. You can also use silver, and it just to give the fly some contrast. And put on some varnish to make a much stronger fly. And you're gonna go all the way down to the butt and then back again. And you're gonna tie this off. Like this. And then some chartreuse dubbing, and this is a fluorescent version. And you want to make a body up here in the front of the fly. Go a bit backwards and then forward again. Like this. And then for a saddle feather, it's a rooster, and you're gonna remove from where the fibers are getting fine, so like this. and you want to tie it in at the top end, so when you move your feather backwards it gets smaller and smaller. Make a couple of good tight turns. Like this. And put on the Hackle plier, that makes it a lot easier. And then you want to go backwards. It's a quite big fly, so you can make 5 or 6 turns, it doesn't matter. And then you're going to go forwards with your tinsel and make it good tight. Like this. Always put a lot of tension on. And when you get to the end, you're gonna secure it. Cut them off. And this one as well. Like this. And then a bit of varnish here at the end, just to secure it. And then you're gonna take another feather, and that will like make a color around here, so you get a lot of volume here at the front. And same procedure as last time. This fly is designed so it pushes a lot of water and it has a lot of movement, and that's what you want during the night time. Three turns, and then you tie it off. Like this, holding it backwards and securing it. Like this. And then we're going to put on a rabbit zonker wing, and you want a quite big one like this, so you have a lot of volume, and you're going to punch a hole in it. And this is what is special about this fly. You're gonna put it on the tube here, and therefore you cut the tube sideways. And with a bit of roughness you get it on. So this makes the rabbit zonker wing stand up, and that's a big part of this fly, so it won't tackle. So when you have it up like this, it stands up and you can push it backwards. This is of course my variation, as it often happens when you make flies. So this is where my friend, he would finish his fly, and that would be it. But I have a disc that I put in front, and it's a small disc like this. And it pushes a bit more water, and it makes the fly do a bit more turbulent in the water, and I think that's a good part, so we're going to put that on as well. And you want to make sure that you have a space here for the last hackle, and the last hackle is a hen hackle, and you want one with a lot of long loose fibers. So you measure out, and then you're going to cut it off like this. And then you're gonna go in and burn a color like this. Be sure not to melt it too much, because then the disc will kind of get it another form than what you really want. You could also use some flash here if you want, but I think there's a lot of flash in the tube with the flat braid. So the last hackle is a hen hackle, and you want a rather big one. Like this. And put it in. And here you really have to be sure that you're attaching it right, so it won't slip off when you're starting to turn the hackle. Bending the fibers a bit makes it much easier to turn the hackle. And then put them up close. Tightening it like this. And then a bit of sapper gap. There you go. This is the Scierra Zonker, and the way you want to fish it, I think the best way is to fish it on a floating line. And you can, when you cast across to the other side, you want the fly to land and then just sit there for a second. That kind of tricks the trout's reaction. And then I lift my rod up, and that kind of makes the fly start fast. So either the fish will come from the other bank and chase the fly out, or it will come when it starts to swing into your own bank. So what you want to do is always have tension on your rod when you, on your line when you fish it across. You can fish it, strip it in your own bank as well, it works great, and you can also leave it hanging because it has the long rabbit tail. You will see that it actually moves a lot. So sometimes what we do is that when we fished across and we let the fly hang, we sometimes walk it 1 meter or 2 meters down towards the fish. And what you'll have there is this scissoring movement where the wing will stand up and the fly will seem quite big. So that it will fall towards the trout when it's laying in your own bank, and that sometimes provokes them. You can say it's similar to fishing traditional salmon flies with the boar brushes. It's the same thing, I think. So the Scierra Zonker, here you go.